Hello to everyone, this is Joanna coming back tonight for the final time. The nail polish that I am wearing right now is the OPI, A Great Opportunity. And I'm going to be demoing some of my Pueen plates here. And what I've done is I've picked out the 6 or 7 that I like. And I will not be making any more videos tonight or tomorrow because I discovered I've got some serious damage on the tips of my nail. Like right there. That is an actual peel, the kind that will turn into a crack, say like when I bend it to try to pull that off. And apparently I've got serious damage along the very edges and tips of my nails. I don't know if you can see it. I had to move my lens over because the lenses that I have now, weird story, they make me see like I am farsighted. So if I have my hand like this right in front of me, I don't really see clearly what the damage is. But without it, when I had moved it over because I thought I had something in my eye, along this very tip here, it's like a peel, a little dip, and I've got that all along the tips of my nails. So what I'm going to be doing after this particular video, I'm going to be taking this polish off and starting over, because as you can see, this one has peeled off and broke to where it's misshapen. It's not even shaped like this one. I've got damage here where you can see those lumpy areas there. And when my nails do that, like here, this is the stamping, so excuse that. But when these tips and things go to chip and break, I just chop them all off, all the way down to whatever little length I got there and start over, which is what I'm going to do tonight. So we're going to get into this stamping. I'm going to be using my Rica Black. The first plate that I have here is Pueen 10, and I really like this plate, as you know. A lot of people will get plates for certain images, and I got this plate for this image. And like I said, it's really cold in here tonight. If I turn on my heat, I get the option of being too hot or cold. Like there's no in between here for me tonight. So I either get to burn up or I get to freeze. And I kind of don't like either of those choices. So I think that too is affecting some of my stamping, not all of it, because there are some parts that I felt like I was having trouble with, and I feel like that was genuine trouble. But sometimes too much heat or too much cold can affect our stamping as well. And see, these are picking up, at least this plate here, quite phenomenally. I want to try these butterflies along here. So I had all these ideas about what I wanted to do, you know, with a nail look. And I hate that this is happening right around Christmas. So what I'm going to do is chop off what little bit of length that I have. And then I'll just start over. And I do have enough polish colors that are pretty for Christmas, like golds and glitters. Things that I would not normally stamp on. So I'm just going to have to make do with those. Okay. And see, I didn't get that one really good, but I'm thinking it's the angle of how I am here. So we're going to try that one more time, because this face is really, really one of the reasons I wanted these plates too. And I think in my case, I work from the centers of plates so much. I do on my own kind of have trouble with images that are on edges. I really do. Just like when I first got like my CC and Sissy set. See, I was having trouble picking up stuff on the corners there. And I had to figure out how to do that edge. And I had to use different things. And so I'm learning that again. And see, I just had to keep stamping that one until it picked up, didn't I? And all I'm going to get is the little head of that. But some people have been doing some really, really cute looks with these plates. And see, here's another little girl here. I didn't notice this one right away. This one I didn't really notice at all. So that's nice. But I had, just that fast now, I had all these ideas for these plates. And now I am back at square one. And see, I like these images of these girls on these plates, but they're kind of bigger than the nail. So I didn't get that one good. I might try that one again. And this one I like, but I'm not picking it up good either. So I don't really know how much of this might be me and what might be the coldness in here. And it is cold in here, like to the point of where I could actually put on a jacket. And I know that it's my heat, because like I said, I get the option of being too hot or too cold. And this isn't something that just started. This has been going on for years, and I've been telling them. And they're like, oh no, that's normal. Yeah, it's not normal. I didn't get that one too good. The good news is I don't pay for heat, because I'm pretty sure with the way that this stuff acts, I'd have one humongous heating bill. I'm also pretty sure if I called somebody in here that handled heat, they would say something different from what our office says. Now that one I got really, really good. But I don't have really big nails. So let's see here. And that one with the girls was Pueen 118. The first one that I tried was 110. And the one with the two school-like looking girls with the glasses, I believe, is 101. Sorry about that. I think someone gave me a cold. I'm kind of getting over it, but I don't like that, because when people keep colds and they pass them on to you, I don't want to get cured of a cold and then I have another one. And what I do to prevent that is, I think what I do is called overloading on vitamin C. Not on purpose, but I was drinking this juice called C Boost juice, and I thought that was just the name of it. And then I would also take 2 vitamin C every day. And I didn't get that one very good. I did not know that that juice that was called C Boost was actual, vitamin C. Everything in it had to do with vitamin C. So I'm drinking that juice, and then I'm taking 2 vitamin C tablets every day. So I was probably overdosing on vitamin C. There we go. And I mean, I don't mean in a bad way, because when I did that, when I took vitamin C like that and I drank that C Boost juice, no matter who had what kind of cold, I did not catch it. Even if I didn't feel good, I would drink that juice and I would feel better. So something's to be said for that, but I wouldn't want to be overdosing on vitamin C or anything like that on purpose. Because I know that everything that's good for us can have bad effects if we take it in too much. But that particular thing I was doing with the vitamin C, 2 vitamin C a day, it didn't really hurt me. So I might keep that up. And I didn't get sick from it or have headaches or anything like that. But it just made me cautious to make sure that, I pay attention to what's in certain things. Because according to that juice, it had like whatever the daily allotment of vitamin C was in it. And then here I am taking 2 additional vitamin C pills. And I think all we need is 1 vitamin C pill. But I was taking 2. So the 2 I was taking in that bottle of juice was probably the equivalent of about 4 or 5 of those vitamin C pills. But like I said, it did help me. I believe this is 113. And I did not put any acetone on these first. Now, I really like this one. I wanted to do something. I know the whole thing won't fit on my nail, but like I said, I like the pattern within it. I really do. I want to do something with green and white and maybe this image right here that was on the Uber Chic plate. I really like this. This is that kind of where if you have a color under there, It kind of looks like a swirl pattern. So I think I'd like to try that. But since I'm about to cut what little bit of nail length I have off, and my nail beds are short to begin with, my nails look really funny while they're in that growing out phase. And see, I didn't get that one very good. But they do, because like this little bit of length is my actual nail. So when I cut that off, we're talking like right there. So I'm going to try the inside of this dress one more time. And then there's a pleated dress over here. I know that I showed these plates in a haul, but either I forgot or I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. Because I'm looking at these things and claiming to find things that I didn't know existed on them. So I must not have paid attention. Or I was so busy looking at the parts that I actually purchased them for. And I am sorry. I do need to apologize for my last demo kind of being a bust. But then too, like I said, I really don't know if it's because it's cold in here. I know a lot of times the heat and the air and all that can affect our stamping. And usually those Uber Chic plates, at least my first set, they all work perfectly. So I know something has to be with the temperature in here, because it really is cold in here. I could put on my black jacket right about now. And like I said, when I turn on the heat, it blows right over this table. That's why I haven't turned it on. And even if I turn it on low, it blows right on top of this table and it dries off what I'm doing. And see how these strings here? I ain't never seen my polish do that before. So it's got to be the temperature. I mean, I'm just probably a few degrees shy of when you blow into the air and you can see it. So I'm going to turn on some heat, and then within 30-40 minutes I'll be shutting it off because it'll be too hot. But since our utilities are in our rent, I will let them worry about the heating bill and cooling bills and things like that. You know what? Did I just like not stop anything? I don't even know. So just in case, I'm going to do what I just did again, because I thought I pushed pause and it was red beforehand. So what I called myself doing with this plate and the one after this one was stamping from within the middle so you could see the surrounding areas of the plate. And see, it took then and it's not taking now. Ain't that something? It took good then. And it is not taking now. So let's try this one since it's bigger. And then we'll go back to that one. But yeah, I just stamped from the middle there so you could see all of that. I tell you, maybe this is a sign that I am tired. And I don't know if you did or didn't hear, but what I was saying is it's really, really cold here. And my heat, I get the option of being too hot or too cold. And I was wondering if that might have been affecting some of my stamping. Not entirely, but like I said, if I didn't say it before starting this back up, since our utility bills are included in the rent, I will let them worry about whether or not I'm correct. Because when I tell them about this heat and all this stuff here, and this has been going on for years, they tell me there's nothing wrong with it. And we've had several different managers out here that all say the same thing. So if they're the ones that are responsible for paying that bill, that's fine. I kind of had something in the way, but I do like that. I can't find the little line on my little lint roller thing here. I think I see it now. I couldn't find it. So me using this lint roller, guys, this isn't so bad. I mean, I really thought that I was going to have a worse time with it. But I did try to clear my area of my table off, because if I would have tried this then, I really would have had a mess. I tried to pick up some of that, because I do have a lot of things laying here on my table, and I've kind of been sitting it on this so that it doesn't stick to anything. Let's see what else we got here. And I'll do the same thing with this video, about 20 minutes, and then I'll stop. So this one, I'm just now noticing, has a mix of buffet type plates and single image plates. And that's why I said I must not have paid any attention to anything at all when I was showing these in a haul. Okay, I'm going to try to go again from the middle so you can see a little bit of all sides there. I done stamped all of my fingers and didn't even realize it. Yeah, maybe I do need to go to bed. I'll tell you. Sometimes I guess I really am something else. I did not realize that I had done that fast. But these are picking up really, really nice. I do have to say, I've gotten maybe one or two that didn't, versus how it was with my last two demonstrations. I got a little bit of that. I didn't get all of it. But I'm saddened that I'm going to have to chop off what little bit of growth that I have and start all over right at holiday time. But like I said, I have a lot of glitters and golds and just polishes that are Christmas colors all by themselves. And you know that for a while there, I was really talking a lot about how I really, really loved Looks Like Reindeer. I have another one by China Glaze. It was textured before I really heard talk of textured polishes, and it was called Sugar Plums. And before I ever heard any talk of any textured polishes at all, that one was textured, and so was the Looks Like Reindeer. Now, I didn't hear any press on those, but they were textured before I started hearing about textured polishes. Before OPI themselves started even talking about textured polishes, and that Looks Like Reindeer was a Sephora OPI or Sephora by OPI product. I love this right here. Let's see, here's one with lipsticks and makeup. That's one I ought to be using. Any plate sets I have with that on there, I need to be using it. Now I'm guessing this is a baby shoe. For the longest time I thought this was a purse. But the more that I look at it, like a little dolly shoe, and I'm missing the top part because it looked like a lock for a minute. $18 minutes. This one's nice. It looks like an electronic radio circuit type thing. I will say, now see that pass there? That came out really good and clear. So I'm going to stop here with this plate. There's only a few that I did not get to demo. And that image there. And this one right here. So this one stamps really, really good. So this will conclude my demo for right now. And I will put on hold my demo of my blogger plates. And if anyone wants to see my new festive plates, till I can get this under control, because I've got a lot of damage on my tips that you probably can't see. But like I said right here, if I pull that back, see, that whole corner right there is going to be coming off. Like I can put my finger under there. And I need to take care of that because in my line of work with the med cards, see, I'm going to have to go and get the clippers out and chop all this off. So until the next time, everyone have a great evening.